Simple science. What are flowers? Flowers are the reproductive parts of plants. Reproduction is the process by which plants produce seeds, which grow into new plants. A flower has male and female parts. The male part of the flower is called the stamen. It is made up of the anther, containing granules of pollen, and the filament, which holds the anther up. The female part of the flower is called the carpel. It is made up of the stigma, which is sticky to catch pollen, the style, which holds the stigma up, and the ovary, containing eggs or ovules. Other parts of the flower include the sepal, which protects the flower when it is a bud, and petals, which are often brightly coloured to attract insects to the flower. Some plants use insects to help with pollination. This is the way in which pollen gets transferred from the stamen to the stigma. The colour and smell of flowers attract insects, which come to gather sugary nectar from the flowers. While they are doing this, they get covered in pollen and transfer it to the stigma. Wind is another way in which pollen gets from the stamen to the stigma. After pollination, the male pollen granule and female egg join together to form a seed in a process called fertilization. Once fertilization has occurred, the flower starts to die as the ovary develops into a fruit containing seeds. The seeds must be dispersed or carried away from the parent plant so they have enough space to sprout and grow into new plants. Some seeds have feathery parachutes and are dispersed by the wind. Others are dispersed by animals, which eat their fruits or carry them on their fur. And yet others have seed pods that explode, sending the seeds shooting out. After dispersal of the seeds, germination takes place. To start growing, a seed needs warmth, water, and air. However, seeds do not need light to germinate, as they will germinate just as well in the dark. The reason for this is that the seed contains a food store the plant can live on as the root grows down into the soil, and the shoot grows up to break through the surface of the soil. Only after the leaves have developed does the young plant begin to make its own food by photosynthesis.